Now that the United Football League season is over, this is the time of year where we see a lot of UFL players that will transition into the NFL. For the last several years, ever since they've had these spring football leagues, several players who played in these spring leagues will sign NFL contracts, and you can find some really good players from these spring leagues. The Broncos signed two players from a spring league that stuck around last year, Ben DiNucci and Michael Bandy, and they also have Mitchell Fraboni, their long snapper. He was a spring league guy. Brandon Aubrey, the Dallas Cowboys star kicker, spring league guy, played in the UFL or the USFL. So a lot of really good players can come out of these spring leagues, and there's a guy who has played for spring leagues in the last several seasons, and the fact that he has not gotten an NFL contract yet is a bit of a mystery to me, because I feel like this guy can play, and he's got some ties with Bo Nix, so I think the Denver Broncos should give him a call. I'm talking about tight end Sal Cannella. Cannella was the tight end for the Arlington Renegades for the last two seasons for the XFL turned UFL this past season. And in 2017 through 2019, he played at the University of Auburn. That last season, he was catching passes from one Bo Nix. He caught 10 passes from Bo Nix, 188 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that 2019 season. And he kind of came into the NFL at a bad time, because when he declared for the draft, it was 2020. That was the COVID year. That was the year where teams could not really bring guys in for a workout or go and send their scouts on the road to find these hidden gem players. I feel like Sal Cannella, any other year, had he come into the NFL, he would have at least gotten a UDFA contract. He didn't. He ended up playing a little bit in the spring league and played well enough in the spring league that he ended up signing a 4-day contract in total with the Miami Dolphins before being cut in the preseason. He then went and played for the USFL with the New Orleans Breakers, and he played in 2022 there, 34 catches, 368 yards, and 2 touchdowns, was named to the All-USFL team, got another short opportunity with the Green Bay Packers, lasted less than a month there before he was waived before the preseason even concluded. So it feels like Sal Cannella never even got a shot to play in a preseason game in the NFL to showcase that he could at least play in football at some level. He did get that opportunity once again with the Arlington Renegades in 2023 and made 42 catches for 415 yards, was the Renegades' leading receiver, and was also second amongst yards for tight ends behind only former Denver Bronco Cody Latimer, who switched to the tight end position when he transitioned into the XFL and then the UFL. He won the 2023 XFL Championship game with the Renegades, and then he went on, played a little bit for the Seattle Seahawks. Again, it didn't last long, though. He was only there for, a week? Maybe played in one preseason game for them. That just isn't a fair opportunity to showcase what you can do. He goes back to spring football, goes back to the Renegades, and has a career year. Almost 500 receiving yards on 53 catches, had 6 touchdowns, and remember, in the UFL, you don't kick PATs after you score a touchdown. You can go for 2, or you can go for 1 from the 2-yard line, you can go for 2 from the 5-yard line, and then you can go for 3 from the 10-yard line. Cannella found himself into the end zone on those conversion attempts multiple times as well. So those would almost be like touchdowns in the NFL. So Cannella is somebody who proved that he could be a lethal red zone weapon in the NFL. And I feel like if he gets that opportunity, a true fair opportunity to showcase what he can do, he will be an impact player in the NFL. Maybe not a true tight end 1, but he can certainly be a good rotational guy. I think that he's a decent enough blocker that he could find himself a role. And with the Denver Broncos, right now, the guy that they're expecting to really step up into almost a starting role is Lucas Kroll, because Greg Dulcich continues to battle these injuries. Adam Troutman is about as mid as you can get as far as a tight end is concerned. And then they've got a couple of UDFAs in the building in Dylan Leonard and Thomas Yasman. They really need Greg Dulcich to step up, and if he can't do that, I almost feel like Sal Cannella and Greg Dulcich are a very similar caliber of player. And if Dulcich is unable to stay healthy, and if Lucas Kroll doesn't develop, or if the Broncos want a secondary player alongside Lucas Kroll that's almost of the same type of player once again, then I think Sal Cannella actually makes a lot of sense here. So the Denver Broncos, I feel like, should give Sal Cannella a call. He's got ties with Bo Nix from their time together at Auburn. He's played really, really well when given an opportunity in the UFL, and I just don't think that he's gotten that fair shot to prove what he can do at the NFL level. And you've got several guys who've played with him in the UFL say that you give this guy an opportunity, he's going to take advantage of it, and he's going to be able to make a roster. So I think the Denver Broncos should be that team that gives Sal Cannella that opportunity. All right, Broncos country, I am curious. Do you think that the Broncos should sign Sal Cannella? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.